Next on TCM, Sunrise, then The Artist, and later, Wings. Fly the friendly Oscars tonight.
Hello, I'm Dave Karger. Thanks for joining me here on TCM as we enter the final week of 31 Days of Oscar. Our theme this evening is Oscar Goes Silent, kicking off a lineup of silent movies that earned Academy Awards and nominations. That's a shorter list than you would think because even though the silent era spanned multiple decades, there were only a few short years when silent films were eligible for Academy Awards. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences didn't exist until 1927. That was the year Warner Brothers premiered The Jazz Singer, which heralded the arrival of talkies and the end of the silent era. Up first tonight is a film that was one of the biggest winners in the first year of the Academy Awards, and nearly 100 years later, it's still considered one of the finest silent films ever made. From the Fox Film Corporation in 1927, it's Sunrise. The full title is Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans, and the two humans at the heart of the story are a farmer and his wife, played by George O'Brien and Janet Gaynor. They live a poor but happy existence, but their marriage is tested when a seductive woman from the big city enters the picture. The plot is simple, but what elevates Sunrise is the brilliant artistry of its director, F.W. Murnau. Murnau began his career in Germany, where he was one of several filmmakers, along with Ernst Lubitsch and Fritz Lang, who made the early 1920s a golden age for German cinema. He earned international renown with German films like Nosferatu and The Last Laugh before making his Hollywood debut with Sunrise. Murnau agreed to make this film for the Fox Film Corporation on the condition that he have absolute creative freedom, which he was granted. The result is a movie that won the Academy Award for Unique and Artistic Picture at the first ever Oscar ceremony in 1929. Janet Gaynor also became the first Best Actress winner, and the film won for Best Cinematography as well. From 1927, also with Margaret Livingston, here is Sunrise. The first Academy Awards ceremony was held on May 16, 1929, in the Blossom Room of the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. The winners weren't a surprise to anyone that night because they had already been announced to the press, the industry, and the public 3 months earlier. The ceremony was an intimate dinner for the members of the Academy and their guests, and the awards were officially presented by Douglas Fairbanks, who was president of the Academy. Janet Gaynor took home the first Best Actress award for her work in 3 films from 1927 and 1928, Sunrise, Street Angel, and Seventh Heaven. Years later, she described the evening, saying, "Naturally, I was thrilled, but being the first year, the Academy had no background or tradition. Had I known then what it would come to mean in the next few years, I'm sure I would have been overwhelmed." She added that the real highlight for her that night was the chance to meet the dashing Douglas Fairbanks. Up next is a silent film that premiered 84 years after Sunrise and won the Best Picture Academy Award. Don't go away.
Next on TCM, The Artist, then Wings, and later, The Racket. Oscars in on the grift tonight.